This is it, folks. The week is here. The week that we all get to play Battlefield 2042. And many of us, the first time, will get to play Battlefield 2042. I'm in that group. I haven't played the technical alpha. I haven't been part of any EA behind-the-scenes stuff up until this point. So this week, literally 99.9% of the Battlefield fan base, the Battlefield community, will get to play Battlefield 2042 for the very first time. And I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this for a long time. When the delay was announced, I was really sad. I kind of got it at the same time. You know, if you're going to delay it, then at least it's for the right reason. If it wasn't ready, then it wasn't ready. If it needed a few more weeks for bug fixes and stuff like that, then take those few weeks. But my goodness, am I ready to jump back into Battlefield. It's been a long 18 months away, but an 18 months away that I needed. And I think a lot of Battlefield players needed. We needed like a break so that DICE could work on something that they felt was good for the market. And everything that's led up to this point, all the marketing and all the information they've been relaying, Battlefield Portal, Hazard Zone, I know we don't have too much information about that yet, but it sounds really cool. Everything that they've spoken about sounds fantastic. And now it's time to see whether what they've been talking about is really as good as we think it's going to be. And this is my one big fear with all Battlefield games, really, is that the marketing is generally always very good. The game looks extremely impressive in all those trailers. But of course, that's like a really small, curated segment of the game. And it's crafted purely to build hype, to build anticipation, to get excitement flowing, and, to be brutally honest, to make you pre-order the game. That's what all of this stuff is for. And, you know, there's always... I mean, we're playing Battlefield 4 here in the background, probably the perfect example. We had so much leading up to Battlefield 4 where it looked incredible. It looked absolutely fantastic on a scale that we hadn't seen before, making some massive improvements over Battlefield 3, bringing vehicle gameplay in like never before, well, at least from Battlefield 3 days anyway. And then we got to the beta, and the beta was rough. It was really rough. And even at launch, it was rough as well. It was running on some antiquated technology in terms of network performance and servers and stuff like that. It just didn't work properly. And it took DICE quite a long time to actually get the game back into a playable position. I'd argue it took nearly 12 months to really root out all those problems and get everything sorted. But with Battlefield 2042, the development team have had longer than usual to make the game. I think it's a 3-year development cycle instead of 2. And when I say 3 instead of 2, of course games end up being like... They're always made and they're always in like a development stage before most of the team moves over to that game and really starts to help. Obviously, you've got to get those initial designs in, you've got to get a feel for the game and all that kind of stuff and really build an image of what it is that you want to make. But Battlefield 2042 has had that extra year. EA specifically didn't launch this game in 2020, and they've drafted in Criterion, EA Gothenburg's in there, and obviously we've got Ripple Effect that have been making Portal as well. So, I mean, the team behind this Battlefield game seems to be bigger than ever, and they put another 4-week delay on it in order to make sure that then they'll believe it's ready. And so I hope all of that does actually transpire to a beta that is representative of the final product. I hope we don't get to a point where we play the beta and it's this slice of Battlefield 2042. Of course, it's like one map, one mode. That's obviously not the sense of scale, the amount of stuff that's in the final game. We're just playing a very small percentage of it. I hope that it's not just that percentage that's been polished up to make it seem really good, and then we get to launch and there's still a bunch of problems, because that would be, well, frankly disastrous at this point. Battlefield has had a rough few years with Battlefield 5. Battlefield 1 was incredible, but I think a lot of people didn't quite find the direction of the game to be the way they wanted it to be. And that was obviously design decisions made by DICE, but, you know, this 2042 has to be a home run swing. And as much as I'm really excited and I'm really looking forward to playing this game, because of some of the problems that Battlefield has had in the past, I'm still apprehensive. I don't want to like fully commit to the hype mode and be like, yeah, Battlefield 2042 is going to be the best thing ever. And then, you know, it launches and there's problems. Of course, there will always be little problems and small issues. I'm not saying the game has to be, like, absolutely flawless in order to get the thumbs up. There are little bugs that happen in game development all the time. I mean, the amount of games that I've played that just have bugs in them continuously, and that you just end up dealing with them. That's just the way things are. But I hope that the delay for the whole extra year of development, the bringing in of Criterion, obviously Ripple Effect, DICE Stockholm, EA Gothenburg, all of those teams, I hope all of that comes together and creates this wonderful moment for everybody where we can all enjoy Battlefield for the first time properly in a few years. And that's just going on my opinion, really. Battlefield 5, it wasn't the game for me. And I've spoken about that in previous videos, so I won't go too much in depth here. But I hope for the first time in a good few years that the entire community can rally around one game. We can all be excited about what DICE has created. And I think the premise of 2042 is absolutely fantastic. We've got a modern Battlefield game, but it's been spun into a semi-futuristic world that's been affected by climate change and failed states and no-pats and all this kind of stuff. It's a really cool story. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see how DICE takes that moving forward season by season and progresses that story. And I'm one of those people in the community that doesn't feel that Battlefield games need a single-player campaign. Honestly, I mean, who plays the Battlefield campaign? Like, not many people are really going to play it. If you do, you're probably going to play it once. Or if you're like an achievement hunter, you're going to play it over and over again to get all the medals or whatever. But what I'm saying is, what do most people play Battlefield for? They play it for the multiplayer, right? But this story they've created with the no-pats, and obviously we've got that Exodus short story a couple of months ago. Like, the actual story they've made sounds really cool. And I would have liked to have seen a single-player campaign now, knowing what the story's going to be. Obviously, hindsight is 2020 and all that, but you know, I'm still really interested to see how they progress the story through the seasons. If they're going to do more of those short films, I think that could be really cool. All the maps and the weapons and the locations they introduced, the new specialists, all that kind of stuff. Just doing a cheeky little teabag with this guy here. I think he knew who I was, but I had the chat turned off. Yeah, there's so much going on in that story that I think it's going to be really exciting. And actually, coming off of a game that has done really well with that, or at least, you know, back in 2020, was Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone. The actual story behind Warzone in 2020, before Cold War got involved, before that, the Task Force 141 story with Captain Price and all that kind of stuff, and Zakhaev and the launching the rockets, that was really cool. And seeing how that progressed every season, and with like new characters come in, little snippets of intel here and there, and you could learn more and more about what was going on. That was really cool, and it was done in a multiplayer environment as well, which has kind of got me really excited for what they're going to do here in Battlefield 2042. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but I am super excited to just get back to playing some Battlefield, and I've been playing more and more Battlefield 4 over the last couple of weeks. I've not been posting too much of it because, you know, I've still just wanted to try and keep myself held back, ready for 2042. But we're here now. The week is upon us, and Battlefield 2042 is about to become a real thing that we can all actually play, and I'm so excited. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really wanted to talk about today. just my excitement. I hope you guys end up going and enjoying the beta, whatever platform you end up playing it on, PS4, Xbox One, PS5, Series X, Series S, or PC. I hope you go on to enjoy it. And I just want to say that all of my content coming up for the beta from, what is it, Wednesday when it launches, or Thursday, I can't quite remember. But when that launches, all of my content will probably be 1440p, max settings, max quality, so that you guys can watch videos and see what it looks like. Obviously, I know you guys are going to want to play the beta for yourselves, and that's absolutely fine, but I'll still be here streaming every day. I'll be making content every day, just enjoying it along with you guys, I think. And it's actually really nice to be able to say that for the first time since, what, Dragon's Teeth Battlefield 4, which was like 2012. Ever since then, I've pretty much known about most things Battlefield before the game launches and before the reveal happens. But this time, no. I knew absolutely nothing, no more than what you guys did. And be honest, it was really good doing that, because basically I was just a fan like everyone else, and it reminded me what it's like being a Battlefield fan. It's really exciting. It's really exciting, and I can't wait to just sink my teeth into Battlefield 2042. But thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. And I'll catch you all in the Battlefield 2042 beta.